Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
In our last lecture, we completed some accounting terms like capital, drawing, liability, economic transaction, etc. Today we are going to start some important accounting term for our subject like purchase, sales, stock and debtors. First one is there purchase. The purchase, that means खरीदना. That means, that is called in a simple word, जब भी हम किसी मार्केट से कुछ भी परचेज करते हैं, किसी भी तरह का गुड्स परचेज करते हैं, that is known as a purchase. But in our subject, this term defined like the item or the product in which the trader is trading are called goods. The item or the product which the trader is trading, that means कि ऐसी कोई भी प्रोडक्ट जो ट्रेडर उसे ट्रेड करता है, that means the trader sold this product, that item is known as a goods. The item or the product in which the trader is trading, like for the stationery shopkeeper, entire stationery stock, that is considered as a goods for him. Like for the medical storekeeper, entire medicine, that is considered as a goods for him. The same thing is there, the item or the product in which the trader is trading are called goods. Goods received by the trader, goods received by the trader for cash or on credit are known as a purchase. So these goods, when the trader purchase these goods from the supplier, maybe on cash or maybe on credit, that activity is known as a purchase in our accounting term. So accounting term become very easy. The item which the trader is trading, that item or that product is considered as a goods, and these goods purchased and these goods received by the trader from the supplier on cash or credit, that activity is known as a purchase. So purchase may be on cash or may be on credit. We have to give proper treatment for the credit purchase or for the cash purchase in our accounting books. Next one is there sales. We all know that the main activity of business is purchase goods or sold goods. So second is there sales. Sales, that means goods given by the trader, goods given by the trader for cash or on credit to the customer are known as a sales. When trader sold or when trader give goods to the customer on cash or credit, that activity is known as a sales. We all know that sometimes the owner sold goods to the customer on cash. Like for example, Ramesh sold goods to Mahesh on cash worth rupees 20,000. So this is one example of the sales. So purchase and sale. In a very simple word, purchase means खरीदना, sales means बेचना. In a very simple, when trader purchase or when owner purchase goods from the supplier on cash or credit, that activity is purchase, and same thing is, and opposite thing is there when trader sold goods to the customer on cash or credit, that activity is known as a sales. Now the next one is there stock. Goods remaining unsold at the end of the accounting year. तो अभी हमने बात की थी goods, that means the item or the product which the trader is trading, that is called the goods. Now naturally it is not possible we sold our entire goods within a 1 year. Maybe the sometime the unsold product or unsold goods, remaining unsold goods, that is known as a stock for the business. Like unsold good, that means we all know that our accounting year started from the 1st April and completed on 31st March. So on this date, whatever the goods remain unsold, that goods is known as a stock for the business. Now, when we classify this stock, they have two types. First one is their opening stock, next one is their closing stock. So on this day, whatever the goods is there in your business, that is known as a opening stock. उसे हम कहेंगे opening stock. इस दिन जो गुड्स हमारे बिजनेस में है, that is called the opening stock. और on this day, whatever the goods in your firm, that is known as a closing stock for the business. Okay, so that is called the stock. Now the next one is their debtors. Debtor, that means our respective customers. So debtor, that means when the goods or service are sold on credit, total amount receivable from the customers is known as a receivable. All such customers are known as the debtors of the business. So मैंने अभी आपको बोला debtor, that means customer, but the debtors are always created due to only credit sale. कि जब हम किसी भी कस्टमर्स को क्रेडिट पे गुड्स सोल्ड करेंगे, जब कोई भी ओनर क्रेडिट पे गुड्स सोल्ड करेगा, एट दैट टाइम द डेब्टर्स आर क्रिएटेड. इफ द ओनर सोल्ड गुड्स ऑन कैश, डेब्टर्स नेवर क्रिएटेड. दैट मींस योर ट्रांजैक्शन इज 100% completed. Owner sold goods to the customer and customer paid entire amount. The transaction is 100% complete. But when owner sold goods to the customer on credit, that is called the incomplete transaction. ये अभी तक ट्रांजैक्शन कंप्लीट हुआ नहीं है. ओनर ने प्रोडक्ट कस्टमर्स को क्रेडिट पे दे दिए, सोल्ड कर दिए, और अभी भी उसका पेमेंट मिलना बाकी है. तो इन शॉर्ट वी कैन से दैट when the owner or when the trader sold goods on credit to the person, that entire amount is known as a receivable, and this entire receivable is known as a debtor for the business. So the definition is there: when the goods or service, sometimes owner provides service to the customer on credit. So when the goods or service are sold on credit, the total amount receivable from the customer is known as a receivable. All such customers are known as a debtor for the business. So in short, debtors, that means customers for our business. Okay, now next is the receivable. Amount receivable from any person other than debtors are known as a receivable. Now there is a quite difference between debtors and receivable. Debtors जो मैंने आगे बताया, debtors are our respective customers कि जिनको हमने क्रेडिट पे गुड्स सोल्ड किया है, so they are known as a debtor. उनसे जो अमाउंट मिलनी बाकी है, that is known as a debtor for us. But the receivable, that means amount is to be receivable from the other person other than debtors are known as a receivable for the business. Like any types of outstanding income, a outstanding rent, outstanding brokerage, outstanding commission, these all are the example of the receivable. कि ऐसी कोई भी अमाउंट जो हमें दूसरे पर्सन से मिलना बाकी है, लेकिन वो हमारा डेब्टर नहीं होना चाहिए, that is known as a receivable for the business. Next one is their creditors. Creditors are always created from the credit purchase. Now creditors, that means the total amount payable to the person. supplying goods or providing service on credit is known as a debt. Such person are known as a creditors of the business. In short, when the trader or when the owner purchase goods on credit, the total amount payable by the business to that third person or to that third party or to that suppliers, that is known as the creditors for the business. Sometimes owner purchase or sometimes owner use service on credit. So this outstanding amount payable by the business to the supplier, that is also known as a creditors. So creditors are always created from the credit purchase and debtors are always created due to the credit sales. Next one is there payable. Payable, that means amount payable to any person, amount payable to any person other than creditors. कि ऐसी कोई भी अमाउंट जो बिजनेस को पे करना बाकी है बट वो क्रेडिटर्स नहीं होना चाहिए, that is known as a payable for the business. Any amount payable by the business to the third party other than creditors, like for example outstanding expenses, ये outstanding salary pay करना बाकी है, outstanding we can say that other expenses, that is known as a payable. Next one is there voucher. Voucher, that means bill. A written documentary evidence supporting any financial transaction is called as a voucher. So it is a written documentary evidence. It's become one proof. This document become a proof the transaction taken place between the trader and the customer. So it's become a one proof. It is a written document between the trader and the customer, that is known as a voucher or that is known as a bill. It is a very important document. On the base of this bill, the accountant pass the entry in accounting book, or on the base of this bill, the owner can take the proper decision regarding their respective customers, regarding their respective supplier. So there are various types of vouchers are there in our business, like some case memo is there, credit memo is there. Sometimes we pay the expense to the various expense, so that is an expense voucher. Sometimes we deposited our amount in a bank. At that time we have to fill up that paying slip, so that is also considered as a voucher. So any document which supporting the transaction taken place between the customers and the owner, that document is known as a voucher in our accounting term. Okay, now students, today we completed accounting term like purchase, sales, debtors, receivable, creditors, payable, and voucher and stock. So as a homework, we have to return in your notebook in a proper way and learn. And next topic, next lecture, we go ahead for the next accounting term.